Good evening, everybody, and a very big hearty welcome from Ireland and the UK to all of our District 71 colleagues for this, our second celebration of achievement in District 71 in the year 21-22. The awards that we're going to give out tonight mark the first half of that year, and clubs across the district have been working so hard to achieve that. And a big bullabus to everybody for all of the work that has been done in getting District 71 to where it is today. We're joined tonight by our very special guest, Francesco Fedele. Now, there's over 1,000 clubs across Europe, and it's known as Region 10. And Francesco is the Region 10 advisor, and he joins us over the last few days and the coming few days to visit District 71, partake in our events and our meetings, and it's absolutely wonderful to have him here this evening. So you're very, very welcome, Francesco. And of course, we're also joined by the district leadership team and plenty of colleagues from around District 71. Our first entertainment tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than a gentleman who has been entertaining us over the last 2 years of Zoom with beautiful songs. And he is here tonight to give us another song from the clubs Society and Dunleary Toastmasters. Please put your hands together for the one and only Philip Can Pani. Philip.
Thank you, Eileen. Here's a song that's usually associated with Josh Groban and Ed Sheeran, but it was originally composed by a Norwegian-Irish duo, Secret Garden. It's now been recorded by more than 100 artists, including Westlife. I once sang it a cappella in a noisy bar in South London, and the place went completely silent. Such was the popularity of that song. This is my version of You Raise Me Up. When I'm down and oh my soul so weary, when trouble comes my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. And when I'm lost and no one's there to guide me, when all seems dark and I have lost my way, I look to you to come and give me guidance, and then you turn my darkest night to day. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Philip, thank you so much for that. You know, after 2 very turbulent years for an awful lot of people across the world and people in this room and across District 71, I think that's a beautifully chosen song, and it evokes emotion and it evokes hope, and it was really well delivered. Philip, thank you very much. I would now like to introduce you to District 71 Director, Daniel Sanders. Daniel is going to do an opening address, and I'd like all of my fellow Toastmasters to put your hands together and welcome Daniel. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Eileen, and welcome everyone, all of you out there. Welcome to this. In particular, I'm delighted to welcome Region Advisor Francesco Fedeli here, and it is a great occasion for us to gather. We do need to stop, to pause, to appreciate and recognise what each other are doing. Everybody out there is working so hard this year, and amongst all of that hard work, we are finding and recognising inspiration, achievement and success. People are doing the believe it, dream it and achieve it. And I think when we're faced with such uncertainty as COVID throws amongst us, the ability to find examples of best practice, to find that achievement and to inspire and draw hope from that achievement is so important. That is why I'm really pleased this year to welcome the initiative of my fellow members of the district leadership team to hold quarterly award nights. And tonight is the end of Q2, the end of the first half. It's a game of 2 halves, yes, excellent. And let's go for it. And so I very much now like to introduce our poet in residence, again a new initiative this year, Anya O'Neill. Anya, the floor is yours.
Thanks very much, Daniel. I'm going to recite a poem I've written for this occasion called Light Your Fire. I hope you all enjoy it. The sun will rise and the moon will fall, heralding the way for a new year to call. Messages sent from man to man, greetings of cheer to be the best that you can, to summon your heart and reach the height of endeavour. So pull up that shutter and let the light flood and enter. Through a crack in the grey winter evenings of yore, the flames of the fire in the hearth did roar. On a wall of blazing light, the shadow will dance. It flickers and twirls while your heart it may glance, and see a ray of hope where the coming months will thrive, on a feast of talent for which we all do strive. The new year is here, it's a chance to be you, to shimmer and shine at all that you do. So make that list and dust off those plans. Take a deep breath, let courage guide your hand. The clock will keep ticking and the tide won't cease to flow. This year is your chance to set your fire aglow. Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Anya. Set your fire aglow. You know, the introduction of the poet in residence, I think, is one of the most enriching additions that has happened in District 71 in this Toastmasters year. And I'd like to thank Elizabeth Jordan, because I know that she was very much behind introducing this. Poetry is a big part of the meetings in an awful lot of clubs across District 71, and it brings an extra richness. Anya, thank you so much. Now, I mentioned at the beginning that we're joined by the Region 10 advisor, Francesco Fedeli, and delighted to have Francesco with us tonight. And he's going to give us an address now. Francesco.
Thank you very much. It's it's a pleasure, and it's also a difficult thing. You've put such a stress on me with that beautiful picture that was published on the social media. Now you're expecting a lot from me, and will I deliver? Well, we'll see. What can I tell you? I can tell you the story of my relationship with Toastmasters. It started in July 2011, actually 11th of July 2011, when I discovered that there was such a thing as Toastmasters, and there was even a club in my home city in Rome. And I discovered that the club was holding a meeting on that day, so I joined them. There were 7 crazy people meeting in a park, in a bench, and talking. And I fell in love with that. It looked like a nice place to be. It looked like a nice group of people to be with. And I could practice speaking, which was already part of my work. But I was sure that if I could practice and get feedback, I would become much, much better. So, as many of you probably, I joined because I wanted to become a better speaker. But then I discovered much more. But let me go back to my story. The first speech I gave after 2 meetings. I actually had to push to get it because I wanted to give a speech even on my first meeting, but they wouldn't allow me. No, they said you have to become a member first. Oh, okay, well, I can do that immediately. So can I speak? No, next time. Okay, so finally I got to make my icebreaker. And at the end of the icebreaker, I see all these 7 guys getting up, standing up and starting to clap. And I started wondering what's going on. Why are they standing up and shouting and clapping? And I realized later that that was the way to welcome a new member, to give him a recognition for having given the icebreaker. Can you imagine how I felt? Well, maybe you can, because you've probably been through this. And I don't know if in your club they do the same kind of thing of getting up and clapping and giving you a standing ovation, but it felt so good that I immediately wanted to give another speech at that same meeting. Well, I had the opportunity to do that in the following meetings, but that recognition which I got at my very first speech was an incredible burst of energy. And I wish that happens in all clubs. And I've seen some clubs actually forget to do it. They maybe have a new member who comes in and makes a speech, and they, well, maybe they say, yes, very good, they clap, but they don't really give that incredible welcome reception, welcome standing ovation that I got, and that really fueled me. So I invite you, all of you in your clubs, and if you're visiting clubs to do or to bring that tradition, to have a standing ovation for whoever gets the first speech done. Even more, in my club, we used to do it once you completed the competent communicator at that time. That shows how old I am. And nowadays we do it whenever someone completes a level. Another standing ovation, this time because you have achieved something big. You have completed at the time the competent communicator, but this day is a level in your path. In my Toastmaster journey, at the very beginning, I only saw the club. And I thought that was all there was in Toastmaster. Every club was something on its own. But I later realized that this wasn't the case. I had the opportunity of actually visiting other clubs across Italy. Yes, because at that time in Italy, there were 4 clubs. And can you imagine the emotion of actually going out and in another city and finding there are other people who have the same passion that I have? And even better, participating in a contest, competing with others in a fun way. That was incredible. Again, another big burst of energy for me, knowing that there are others out there with whom I could chat, with whom I could exchange ideas and find out new things that I could bring back to my own club. Even more, when I visited a club outside of Italy, I went to Brussels and I got to attend another club. And again, I discovered so many things. Visiting outside brought me a lot of extra energy. Even more energy came when I started looking into the leadership part, especially working with other clubs as a virtual area director first, because Italy was not yet part of a district. And then when we became part of a district, I actually took on the role of area director. That meant I had the opportunity of visiting other clubs, discussing with the club officers and helping them, supporting them, giving them ideas, or simply exchanging ideas with them. Such a great opportunity. The collaboration is really another big part in our Toastmaster journey. Knowing that there are others that you can support, there are others who you can help, makes a difference. And then I even discovered that there was something called mentorship in my club. That wasn't really done. We were all really young and there wasn't really a lot that we could give each other more than the feedback that we gave after everyone had spoken. But in bigger clubs where there were more senior members, I saw this mentorship thing happening. And again, another discovery for me. You could get support. You could become better by looking at others. So here I am now visiting a district as a regional advisor. I would have never thought that would be possible 10 or 11 years ago when I started. But as my career in Toastmaster developed, going from area director to division director, program PRM, club growth director, and then district director, and I had the opportunity of taking this role, I discovered more and more. My horizon enlarged more and more. And I have had now the opportunity of actually visiting District 71 more in detail. I had the opportunity of participating in discussions with the division directors, with the club growth committee, with the clubs themselves. And that allowed me to see a district which is the oldest and biggest district in Europe. I was asked by one of the members, which district does the best recognition in Europe? Well, I must say, but don't tell the others, otherwise they will get envious, that District 71 does a wonderful job. I had never seen so many occasions in which the results of members and leaders are recognized. And that's a great thing. It's a great thing for people who get recognition. It's a great thing for others who see those people getting recognition and go along the same footsteps and follow that same direction. Well, this is my message to you. Make your recognition visible even more. We need it, especially in such difficult times like today. We need to recognize the efforts of our members. We need to recognize the efforts of our leaders. We need to help each other continue growing, and that will make district like District 71 bigger and bigger, and their 50-year-old history will make an even bigger impact across 5,000 members, 200 clubs, and growing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Francesco, for those wonderful words from recognition. And we'd all do a standing ovation here, but I don't know how many pajama bottoms we'd see beneath those beautiful jumpers and shirts and tops. So thank you so much for giving us that, those wonderful words. You know, District 71, the oldest district in the region, District 71, the best at recognition in the region, District 71. You know, we do visit clubs in a very special way and have done an awful lot of that over the last 2 years, more so than ever before. And if COVID has given us anything, it's the knowledge that we can visit other clubs across the world so easily. And how wonderful is that? There are so many tokens of nuggets in there, Francesco, that we can take away. Thank you so much for sharing those words with us. Now, one gentleman that has brought us 3 wonderful words this year: dream, believe, and achieve. Isn't that a fantastic thing? We all dream, now believe it, and now go out and achieve it, and we can do that. And none other than our District 71 Director, Daniel Sanders, has provided those 3 words for us. And I've seen them in club agendas as their little words at the bottom of the agenda. It's used over and over again because it inspires people, Daniel. And thank you for sharing those words with us and bringing them to the district. And now I'd like to introduce you to present to us your Q2 awards for District 71. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Sanders once again.
Thank you very much, Eileen. It gives me great pleasure to have this opportunity in the agenda to appreciate District 71's activities. And what I choose to use this spot in the agenda to do is to appreciate some of the teams that we have working behind the scenes to support the district leadership team. Too often, the work that these people do, the Zoom meetings after Zoom meetings, it all tends to vanish from sight if we're not careful. But tonight, it gives me very great pleasure to ask the Zoom master to turn the spotlight onto Danny Banks, who is the District 71 Chair of Training for the 2nd year running. Well, Danny, nice to see you again. Danny Banks.
Hello, Daniel, how are you?
Yeah, good. You've been a member now since 2015?
Yeah, 2015.
And you rose to be an area director of Area 6 in Division E 2 years later, I believe, in 2017,
Correct, yeah.
2018. So it never stopped there. Division director the next year. And the following year, you took up the mantle of District 71 Training Chair for me as District 71 Programme Quality Director. I'd really like to appreciate the tremendous support that you gave me in that role. And it started before then as well, because we'd known each other. I'm at Northampton Speakers, you're at Leicester Leaders, and we had known each other on the circuit before then. And whilst I was Programme Quality Director, you also came on board with the Region 10 Open Night initiative, United We Speak, which was a huge Europe-wide push for each district to hold a massive open night to learn how to present Toastmasters in this new COVID lockdown online world. And we had a lot of work to do to really get that underway. And you helped find some tremendous contributions to that meeting. I particularly remember the evaluator, Oliver, his cracking job he did.
Yeah.
And along the way, you've introduced me to a lot of other really capable Toastmasters, Vibab in particular, with his energy and passion for online meetings. Not that he likes online meetings, but when he's online, he wants them energetic and passionate and full of iconic memories and photo opportunities. So he's been a great person to know as well. And Saqib Musa in particular has impressed me. He's delivered some great work in helping you get Jaguar Land Rover going and a few other things like that. So there are loads of other people I've met through you who've been really interesting. But I want to also shed some light more on your role as the training chair. And you helped do some wonderful stuff in your year. You helped establish a very, very powerful speaker to trainer training program to empower our members to become better trainers. And you have yourself been very personally involved in mentoring our nascent trainers within the district. Latched on to that, and very much an exercise area for them. We've had the Tuesday training series of supplemental training that you've provided, and you've carried on providing this year. And that's been very inspirational. I've seen a lot of feedback from members in the chat over the periods that I was hosting you, and everybody seems to recognize the outstanding work you did to deliver some very high caliber supplemental training opportunities. Well, it doesn't stop there, does it, Danny? You helped mastermind when I was first taking over as program quality director at the onset of COVID and its lockdown complications. We knew we had a big job to get our trainers ready for online training, to make those training sessions engaging, interesting, relevant, and to equip our trainers with the skills to be able to deliver their sessions over Zoom, which was a first for everyone. So we put together this huge district-wide Toastmaster Leadership Institute for the very first time. And that was a hugely ambitious project. And I marvel at your skills of scheduling that you must have picked up as a secondary school teacher at the Hinckley Academy. So that was a fantastic one. And then you helped me when we suddenly found ourselves with an online district conference. You helped me put together a world-class international educational program, and we were able to involve our district's own trainers in many of those sessions, giving votes of thanks and also delivering those sessions. So it was a very, very powerful showcase for our members, that conference last year. There's a huge lot of accolades there, and a lot of appreciation and respect for the support that you gave me last year as program quality director, and the support that you're giving Brenda this year. And I suppose I should admit that I also need to put some big spotlights your way. Last year, when we had as regional advisor Pat Johnson, and Pat Johnson is one of Toastmasters' leading authorities on corporate clubs, we developed the District 71 corporate club officer training sessions over lunchtimes. And those have gradually gathered strength as we provide more support to our corporate clubs. So Danny, thank you very much for all of that, going well above and beyond the call. And as District 71 training chair, you're invisible to Dan Rex up at the top unless we shout you out. So we're shouting you out today. Fantastic person. And I'd now like to give you the opportunity to reflect on your experience as our training chair and to inspire us of your plans going forward. Danny.
Thank you, Mr. District Director, for that. I wasn't expecting that. My mum would have been so proud if she could be here, but unfortunately she can't be. But thank you for that. It's been a great experience, everything I've done in Toastmasters, because you talk about some of the people like Saqib and Vibab. There are people like this working away at all levels in Toastmasters. And it's just bringing these people to the attention of people like yourselves on the DLT who can, work with them and use their talent. So Vapav was instrumental in the conference. And I've just met so many people like that who are inspirational, that in many ways it's been a real pleasure, and it's been a real eye-opener to me that the amount of skills that are around in the district. And with the Trainers Bureau, we're just trying to build that up, because we want it to be a centre of excellence for the district, so that clubs, areas, divisions can use those people and use those talents in their training sessions, at club, at area, wherever, and that we have a group of people who are trained, who are knowledgeable Toastmasters, who can do that, you know, online or in person. And I really would encourage everybody. I know that there are a few people who've sent me emails. We are going to run another training session in February, Speaker to Trainer, which is a training course for trainers, so that as well as having the knowledge, the Toastmaster knowledge, they have techniques and tips on how to best deliver that to people. And a lot of those people have gone on to do the Tuesday night training. I mean, you know, as I said before, that's now embedded. So I suppose my vision for training going forward would be to develop a stronger training bureau, so that we've got more trainers to train people in all over the district, and that, you know, it is now embedded, the Tuesday night training. I'm also proud about the corporate training that we've run at lunchtimes last year, this year, and we're going to run some more in February for COT2. And, you know, I think that's what we're about. Toastmasters is about improving your skills. And a lot of the things we do not only improve your skills as a Toastmaster, but improve your skills for your work. So Patricia led two sessions, Patricia Radley led 2 sessions on marketing, which is useful for your club, but also it's useful in your job. And for me, that's what Toastmasters is about. It's, if you're an officer, you're giving something back for what you've received. And I've received so much from so many people and so much help on the way, that it's just giving part of that back. And I'd also would like to give a call out to the Zoom team as well. I know they've been mentioned, but, you know, if it wasn't for people like Geroid and Liz Welsh and also Connor up in Scotland, you know, Tuesday night training wouldn't be on, it wouldn't be as well organised, and it wouldn't be as well publicised and professional. So a big shout out to them. But, you know, as you say, there's lots of other people on the way. Sanat from our division has turned out to be a really good trainer. So my vision, to sum up, is that now the Tuesday night sessions are embedded, that we build up the training bureau and make sure all clubs know that it's there and it's available for them to have some high quality training. Back over to you, Mr. District Director.
And I'd now like to hand the mic back. Is it Eileen? Are you coming in to do the next introduction?
Yes, thanks, Daniel. Congratulations, Danny. Delighted to see you getting that award. You know, training nurtures excellence, and excellence is one of the 4 core values of Toastmasters. And the Tuesday training sessions have been wonderful. I hear nothing but good reports on them. They're quality training sessions, and they're all recorded and available on District 71's YouTube channel as well. I'd encourage all members to go in and have a look if they haven't attended those courses. And I think we all look forward to the continued development of the Training Bureau as well. So Danny, very well done on behalf of us all. And thanks, Daniel, for that award. Now, our next lady who's going to introduce her awards is our Programme Quality Director, and somebody who is no stranger to training. Brenda would have organised our club officer training, our district officer training. She looks after pathways, and she looks after generally the educational programmes and support for all of the clubs in District 71. A huge portfolio and an awful lot of work goes into Brenda's role, and I know we're all so appreciative of that. Brenda, our Programme Quality Director, the floor is yours, and we're looking forward to hearing your awards.
Thank you very much, Eileen. And can I just echo the words that were said of Danny. Danny, your work this year has just been amazing, and I'm really indebted to you and your team for all the organization of training sessions that you do. So as Eileen mentioned, the portfolio of the program quality portfolio includes education and in particular Pathways Awards. Okay, I'd like to recognize the clubs that have achieved 5 DCP goals so far this year, and subject to the membership retention in April, they will be distinguished at the end of the year. I'll also like to recognize the members who have achieved DTM awards, Pathways Mentoring Programme and Triple Crown awards. The clubs that have attained at least 5 distinguished goals are Belfast, who are doing a phenomenal job and who have achieved 7 goals and 31 members. Not forgetting Bishopstown Toastmasters in Division A, which has achieved 8 goals so far this year. And that's a fabulous achievement given the difficult year that we're having this year. Also Viking Voices, who's attained 6 goals. Fingal Toastmasters, who has 35 members and 5 goals, and is in line to achieve the President's Distinguished Award for an amazing 22nd year in a row. Phoenix Tara Toastmasters, which is also on the way to achieving President's Distinguished. Leicester Leader Speakers was on 7. Godiva Speakers was on 7 goals. Heart of England was attained 5 goals. Cranfield Speakers, who has 7 goals. Anglia Communicators Club, 6. Hertfordshire Speakers, 6. Pegasus Speakers advanced with an amazing 58 members and 6 goals. UCD Michael Smurford Graduate Business School Toastmasters, who has attained Select Distinguished. Tala Toastmasters, Liverpool City Toastmasters, Warrington Toastmasters, Manchester Orators Toastmasters Club, and Glasgow Toastmasters. Well done to you all. That's great work being done by the club leaders and the members of all these clubs. I'd like to congratulate John Alsop, who achieved his Distinguished Toastmaster Award. And John is a member of East Hearth Speakers and also a member of Cornerstone Communicators in Division H. So congratulations, John, well done. The Pathways Mentoring Programme is an opportunity to specialise in mentoring, and it's obtainable after level 2 in a path. And it's a special focus on mentoring. And the following members have achieved the mentoring programme: Patricia O'Reilly in Balbriggan Toastmasters, Martin Horner in Cambridge Confident Communicators, Iman Tamimi in Cambridge Confident Communicators, and Kate Trafford in Warrington Toastmasters. And by achieving this, by following this programme and by achieving this award, these members are offering their services as mentors to their fellow members in their clubs. So congratulations to all these members. The Triple Crown Awards are very special awards in that members achieve at least 3 awards in one Toastmaster year. And I would like to especially recognise the late Violet Coffey, who achieved her path in dynamic leadership. And the district and the Toastmasters world was rocked at the end of December when we heard the very sad news that Violet had passed away very suddenly. Our thoughts are with her family, her friends, and her Toastmasters and the members of her Toastmasters Club. It was an awful shock to us all. I'd like to recognise all those members who have achieved their Triple Crown awards and say congratulations to you all. And in particular, Mary Conlon and Elizabeth Jordan, who have achieved 8 levels in their Pathways journey. So congratulations to you all. And with that, I'll pass control of the meeting back to our Toastmaster, Eileen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brenda, and congratulations to so many people for achieving so many big things in Q2 of last year. You know, those achievements, the DTM awards, the DCP awards, we're very fond of our 3-letter words in Toastmasters, Distinguished Toastmaster, Distinguished Club Programme, and the mentoring programme. We heard Francesco talk earlier about the importance of mentoring. So I think the more members that can complete that mentoring programme, the more value and richness we'll add to District 71 as well. Thank you very much, Brenda, for those awards. And congratulations again to everybody. The next set of awards is from our Club Growth Director, Elizabeth Jordan. And again, Elizabeth is no stranger to anybody in this room, a phenomenal amount of work. And I don't know, Elizabeth, how you managed to get 8 levels completed in Pathways as well this year. The Club Growth Academy is one of the richest additions to District 71, I think, this year, in strategizing how we're going to continue to grow clubs year on year as the district grows. Any business can't survive without constant growth. And to have a strategy in place that's not going to just last for 1 year, but is going to last year after year is something very special. Elizabeth Jordan, our Club Growth Director, the floor is yours. And again, thank you so much for what you've done for District 71 yourself this year.
Thank you, Madam Host. And can I ask the Zoom Master, please, to share my slides? So as Eileen mentioned, I'm Elizabeth Jordan. I am the Club Growth Director, and I'm extremely proud and privileged to serve District 71. Next slide, please. Tonight, I will be presenting awards in 3 categories, all related to club growth. As you know, the role of club growth is to help build new clubs and to help existing clubs thrive. So our first award tonight is for an individual who provided a lead that resulted in chartering a new club. This individual will receive a certificate of appreciation and a ribbon. Can we now reveal who this person is, please, Mr. Zoom Master? I'm delighted to say the winner of this award is Steve Campion, DTM, for chartering the first new club in District 71, Toastmasters in Travel. Steve did a phenomenal job with his company in persuading the executives, HR, of the value of Toastmasters. And to see Steve in action with this is really working with the corporate clubs and new clubs is quite phenomenal. So it's congratulations to Steve. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, but the certificate and ribbon will find its way to him. Next slide, please, Mrs. Zoom Master. The second Club Growth Award is for a club that supported the chartering of a new club. And this is extremely important. Not only do we need the individuals, but we need clubs to get behind chartering of new clubs. The club will receive a €50 award, and this is because we're in our 50th year, and obviously this is representing the celebration of that. I want to say how proud I am of this club because it got hold of Speechcraft, it got hold of members, and it delivered an amazing program which led to the new club I just mentioned. Mr. Zoom Master, please reveal the result. The club that will gain this €50 award is Cornerstone Communicators Advanced Club. Steve Campion, Sue Burnett, Jenny Chalmers, Val Swanborough delivered the Speechcraft program, as I said, that led directly to the formation of this new club. They really epitomize how to do a speechcraft well, how to make it work, how to showcase it to the corporate world, and how to deliver it. So I'm extremely proud to, yes, we're spotlighting Sue. Well done, Sue. Spotlighting you and your colleagues. You have won, you will be awarded €50 for Cornerstone Communicators. Very, very well done. Next slide, please, Mr. Toastmaster. My final award is Club Growth, and this is really important. It's all about attracting new members to our clubs, and we do desperately need this. So in the second quarter, between October and December, these 3 clubs, which I'll reveal in a moment, each attracted new members, and each club will be awarded €50 to spend. Please reveal the winners. The top 3 winners are as follows. UCB Michael Smurfit Graduate Business School, they attracted 11 new members. Limerick Toastmasters attracted 9 members, and Feel on Toast attracted 9 members. I am absolutely delighted with these clubs, and I would urge all other clubs to go on to do the same. So that concludes my awards. What I would like to do, I do believe that we have some of the members from the clubs in the audience. And Mr. Zoom Master, if you can spotlight any members you can see from the 3 clubs. I believe Tom O'Keefe and is it Rightland Power? Oh yes.
Yeah, Relsing. Yeah, Rel.
Tom. Oh, excellent. Please wait. I want to get a photograph. I want to get a screenshot. Don't move.
Thanks very much. We appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it even more. Hold on. Let me get this. Hopefully this will find its way on social media or into the newsletter, but really, really proud of your club.
Okay, thanks very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks very much.
And we're not finished yet. We have more to go.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got more. Oh my goodness, you're my kind of club. Okay, I don't think we have anyone else from Feel on Toast or Limerick, or Smurfit, the business school, unfortunately. However, congratulations to you all.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Back to you, Madam Host.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, and congratulations to all of our recipients. A new club chartered in District 71 this year, Toastmasters in Travel. Congratulations, Cornerstone, and congratulations, Steve Campion. And to be adding 9 new members and 8 new members over a 3-month period, that's incredible. Well done to all of those clubs. Brilliant, brilliant, something to aspire to. And maybe someday you'll share with us your secret, because I'm sure all clubs in the district want to be adding new members to their list before the 30th of June this year. Now, after all those incredible awards, 3 in a row, I think it's time for us to take a little breather and hear again from our wonderful singer in residence, Mr. Philip Can-Pani. Philip, are you ready to give us another song?
Yes, Annie, thank you. Well, in the light of those stories, all these wonderful endeavors, I have a song here that's written by the late Rita McNeil, who grew up in the mining territory of Nova Scotia in Canada. Being overweight and with a slight speech impediment, she understood hardship and wrote songs that echoed the lot of immigrants and coal miners. And she was painfully shy but desperate to be a singer. So it's my pleasure to honour her memory with my version of Working Man. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, he quarreled with his peers, who vow they never see another one. In the dark recess of the mind, where you age before your time, and the coal dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 64, he'll meet you at the door. He'll gently lead you by the arm to the dark recess of the mind. He'll take you back in time and tell you of the hardships that were had. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. Swear to God if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 65, I pray God I'm still alive, and the wheel above the mine no longer turns, and they finally close the hole where for years we dug for coal, and I never again will go down underground. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. Swear to God if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. I never again will go down underground.
Thank you very much, Philip. If there's one song that would make us appreciate looking out the window on these beautiful blue sky mornings, it's that one, when we can all appreciate the sun so much. I know it has been shining over Ireland for the last week or so, and I hope it has for the UK as well, because it's spring in the air and it's lovely to see. Philip, thank you so much. Now, that's not the end of our awards. We have left maybe the best to last. We have our program, we have our public relations manager, Arnold van Buren. And Arnold has been with the district for only a short length of time in his role and has achieved so much. We have seen television introduced to our Facebook page, thanks to Arnold, and some wonderful innovations coming down the tracks with Arnold's expertise on the whole social media side. Arnold van Buren, Public Relations Manager for District 71, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Host or Eileen. Yes, today it's an honor to represent, of course, and to give the winners of, let's say, the best VPPRs of the month. Now I know that we it's not going to be one, because we have a quarter, and selectively I've been through social media to even visited different clubs to see how the public relation runs. Now I have to say, everybody is doing an amazing job. Even in the difficult times, they are amazing. And if I could, everybody is a winner. Every VPPR is, for me, a winner. But unfortunately, I can only select a couple, and I will do it. But first of all, before I'm gonna share my slides, because I know I have a little bit of time, I just want to say, keep creating, keep promoting, keep talking about your club. And the reason why is because the world needs Toastmasters. Toastmasters can change your life in a really good way. And believe me, the reason why we're all here is because we choose for Toastmasters. Now, me as PRM, I'm going to represent my slides to announce the winners of District 71. Now, the first winner who's going to be is Emil Pomorsky from Godiva Speakers. Please give a great applause. And I would ask everybody to take off the mute button and clap. We want to hear real clapping today. Emil, well done. The next is Pamela Benjamin from Digital Communicators. Please, a big applause for Pamela. We've seen your club growing, and I've seen the team efforts in the club. So, Pamela, well done. The third one will be Sue Burnett from Constant Communicators. Sue, well done. An applause, a big applause for Sue. Well, I've seen different articles, social media. You on track on that. Well done, Sue. And then we're going to go to the next. And we have a couple who can't unfortunately not attend today. They have sent me an apologies, but I just still going to announce them. We also have Claire Baker from Hertfordshire Speakers. Please give an applause for Claire. And the last one is going to be Martin Foran from, and I'm really trying to speak like, I don't know if it's Gaelic or Irish, but Legoria, if I'm pronouncing it right.
That's great. Not great.
Not great.
There we go. I would like to have an applause for Martin. I've seen amazing articles in the local newspapers, and again, if I just going to stop sharing my screen quickly, just bear with me. Just trying to stop my screen. There we go. Yes, I've seen from so many clubs. I've seen newspapers, from local articles. I've seen people creating content like short videos. And I would like to encourage everybody to keep doing that, because there are literally more and more things to do. And I know that, and again, we are here all to support. Now, I just want to say, well done to all. And also, could I ask the Sue Master quickly to do, for the winners, and unfortunately not for the winners who are not there at the moment, but let's say for the winners, to spotlight us. Sorry, Elizabeth, I just copied your idea. Just to make a screenshot so we can use this as public for our newspaper. Just gonna see if I can. There we go. I'm just gonna, so everybody smile. Gonna take a picture. There we go. Well, again, guys, well done. And I'm just gonna hand over back to Eileen, Madam Host. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arnold, and congratulations to all of our VPPRs. The public relations work that's done by members of the team across the district really spread the word of Toastmasters beyond the Toastmasters world to other people. And you know, there are so many people out there, because I was one myself, and I know there's loads of others who know about Toastmasters but are just afraid to take that first step to actually visit a club. And all of that PR that goes on shows how welcoming the Toastmasters community is. Well done, everybody. Now, I did say, Francesco, after your speech that we wouldn't do a standing ovation, but of course I was only messing. At the end of all of those presentations, would you join me, everybody, please, in doing a standing ovation and congratulating all the wonderful people who have received an award tonight. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. And now I'd like to hand over to our district director again, Daniel Sanders, and Daniel is going to give a vote of thanks to Francesco. Daniel.
Yes, thanks, Eileen. Good. I brought the camera back down to seating level again. It's terrible when you stand up. It's quite challenging in a tight garage like this. Anyway, Francesco, that was a wonderfully inspiring speech that you gave us. It really took me back on my own journey through Toastmasters. I'm sure it took everyone back on their journeys. And I think it's great to remember that, isn't it? Because we often forget the journey we've traveled on, don't we? You have to remember how far you've come sometimes. Somebody has to remind you. And so one of the great things we can do for each other is just occasionally to remind each other that you're fantastic now. Consider where you were a year ago, a year before that, the first speech that you made, etc. I really think that's one of the great things we can do, is to appreciate achievement in each other. Because when we're sucked into the minute by minute doing of details, we tend to, like driving a car, you know, you start, you get there, you just can't remember where you were for the last hour. And I think, well, unless you're driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, then you remember where you are for every minute of that journey, facing the fear of death on every corner, probably. But the main point is, though, that we appreciating where we've come and remembering our journeys is such a crucial contribution we can make to each other, to make each other aware of just how we flourish within Toastmasters International. So thank you very much for sharing your journey with us. And some of the moments of truth that you highlighted, they're just as true for me. I mean, visiting other clubs, I can remember going to the Pre-Charter Club in Malta and helping evaluate their speeches, and those friendships today, they last. I've been to Bilbao, I've been to Copenhagen, I've travelled around the English clubs in the UK scene, been to my first Irish division contest. All of these points, big sort of light bulbs going off in the journey as a Toastmaster. So I think you've done a very good service in bringing that to our attention tonight. So I'd like to thank you. And it's been tremendous fun working with you in the 6 months, and before that, the sort of 4 months crossover. That's been a really great experience working with you, Francesco. And I'm really pleased that you have come to us this week on your visit, and that you've interacted throughout this week with all of the various things that we've been doing. We've had division director meetings, we've had club meetings, we've had district officer training, and tonight we've celebrated awards. So thank you very much. It's truly appreciated, and I really do value the speech that you gave to set everything into context. And I look forward to working with you in the future, and for you to continue enjoying your interactions with District 71 in what is our 50th year. On the 1st of July, we'll be 50. Ain't that something? Just think, 50 years ago, what car were you driving back then? What were you doing? Were you alive? That's an amazing achievement for our District 71. It's tremendously humbling for me to be sitting as district director here. It really is. So thank you very much, everyone. And I'd now like to hand over to Eileen O'Neill, who'd like to close out with a song, I believe.
Thanks, Daniel. I wish I could close out with a song, but I wish it was from me anyway, but I don't have a note in my head. And I'd just like to say that for everything you said in relation to Francesco, here, and what you say on behalf of everybody in this room. So delighted that you're with us, Francesco. We're going to close out now, before Daniel's closing words, with a final song from Philip, who has so nicely entertained us tonight. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you, Eileen. This song is considered Ireland's favourite folk song, and I know it's particularly popular with Paul O'Mahony. It's actually a Scottish traditional song, often sung at the end of a gathering of friends, and it refers to the final drink that was handed to people as soon as they were mounted on their way, to fortify them on their way along the road. And it's, I like to sing it a cappella. It's The Parting Glass. Oh, all the money I have spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls. Then gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend, and leisure time for to sit a while, there is a fair maid in the town that sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls. Then gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, all the comrades that e'er I've had, they are sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts that e'er I've had, they would wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I will gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls. Then gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all.
Philip, that was absolutely incredible. You have such a wonderful voice, a talented speaker, a talented singer. You have it all. And you're even giving us a little bit of Christmas cheer with your jumper as well. Thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, before I hand over to Daniel, can I invite you to unmute and put your hands together for Philip for 3 wonderful songs tonight. Thank you, Philip, and thank you, everyone. Daniel, back to you for closing words.
Thank you very much, Eileen. Arnold, I noticed in the agenda, it's got the statement of pose for photographs. What do you intend to do with that?
We can make a photograph. We can make a group photograph. So let me just do a quick screenshot. I'm just going to set things.
Cameras on, guys.
And I just want to say, everybody, look in the camera and smile. That's one. I have a second page though. So I just going to do that again as well. Just bear with me. Okay, smile, everybody. There we go. All set. We all. I have the pictures. So we all set, and your smile is going to be shared of the rest of District 71. Big applause for yourself.
Thank you, Arnold. You'll be able to carry those photographs out onto social media and convey these congratulations tonight out like an Olympic torch carrier. Well done. In terms of wrapping up tonight, I'd like to reiterate congratulations to everyone. Wonderful. And as we've started our 50th anniversary year, I believe I can hear someone whispering that the district leadership team are planning some special awards and incentives during this 50th year. They may be announced very soon, and I hope by the Q3 awards night, we actually see some 50th anniversary winners. So watch this space, keep your ears out for the news. So that's a big tip from me. Let's keep congratulating achievement. Let's get out there. Let's believe and dream and achieve, and let's make these things happen. So thank you very much for that and for everything and all the hard work you're doing. And tonight's meeting, I will love to give special recognition to the people working so hard to keep all of the dots joined up for us tonight, the Zoom masters. So I can see Nick Collins, Gerald Murphy, Timer Matty Behan. Thank you very much for taking a night off to keep this meeting joined up and functional. Thank you very much. And I'd like to give special recognition to the artistic contributions tonight of Poet in Residence Anya O'Neill and Philip Campani for brilliant music and singing. Thank you very much for those artistic contributions. And it is wonderful that as District 71, we have such a rich tapestry of artistry, of spoken word, of music and singing, all of that sort of thing. Fantastic. I think we should actually have an official bard to go around singing and doing poems and things like that. A wonderful contribution, wouldn't it? So this is really wonderful. I mean, Anya, if you had a minute now with me to say what your plans are going forward and how members can interact with you, what would you say?
Yeah, I'm going to be running a poetry workshop in early February on the voice within, which is where all good writing comes from and where all good speeches even come from. And you'll be like the last workshop we had in October. We'll be learning how to write poems, how to put them together, because often people find it a bit difficult to where to start with poetry. If people want to get in touch with me, I'll put my email address in the chat, poetinresidence71@gmail.com, so they can get in touch with me directly there and send me any poetry they want me to have a look at or any thoughts they have on poetry. They can get in touch with me there. And we also have the open mic night every month with Anita Howard and Patricia Radley. So I'll be there as well, reciting poetry and encouraging others to recite as well. So there's plenty of ways to get in touch with me. I'd be delighted to hear from everyone.
Thank you very much, Anya. It's very inspiring, the work that you're doing for the district this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of my fellow members of the district leadership team, I'd like to wish you all a very good night and formally adjourn this meeting. Good night.